Because, I mean, the simple answer is because I love it. I'm very passionate about it. Love helping people. I enjoy fitness, and I want to be able to help other people enjoy fitness. It's probably one of the harder aspects of staying healthy is being fit. I feel like the average person maybe doesn't always like fitness, and if I can walk into a class and help somebody decide that, hey, you know what, fitness can be a part of my life, and I think I maybe do like it, I feel successful, like I've done my job. That might not happen every time, but it's certainly a motivator for me.
So yeah, I do what I do because I know I can do it and make a difference. We all want to matter in what we do. Otherwise, things become a little pointless. So I do what I do because I can make a difference.
That you have to be a certain type of person to do yoga. You don't have to be a certain gender. You don't have to be a certain fitness level. You can begin from square one as somebody who's never worked out before, or you can begin as we were discussing earlier, as somebody who's already, a super strong football player. It can be for every body type, and so yeah.
And yoga is not just for women. It's for everyone. Children.
Right. Yeah. Seniors.
Right to the, all the way to everyone. Seniors. It's good for everyone.
In an effort to help people learn a little bit, I feel like there is a certain stigma around yoga, not just the type of body that you have to have or be, but that it's hard, or that it's not hard enough, or something like that. So to help people learn that, no pun intended, but it's flexible. It can be a very challenging workout. It can be a very gentle workout. It can be a cardio workout. It can be what you need it to be.
Agreed.
Am I, doing the best I can for the people coming to my class? Am I making sure everybody is safe in their alignment and getting what they want, but also what they need from, their time spent on the mat?
A question I would ask myself is, how can I make a difference? What can I do to help either these people or myself or my family or whoever? So yeah. Safety.
Yeah, number one, safety.
Safety. Yeah. And an opportunity to try something new and succeed. The opportunity to participate in something that can really fundamentally change it.
Well, I know for me, quitting, whether or not to quit my job as a nurse. As a nurse at Cotton O'Neill for 3 years, and genuinely loved it, but knew that I felt very passionate about teaching yoga. Had my first child, my son, who's 3, and was the first time I had to really consider, am I going to go back to work? And we had a good daycare lined up for him and everything, but then when it came down to it, I don't know, I decided that I would really prefer to be able to find a way, if possible, to stay home more with my son. And yoga, teaching yoga was that for me. So I am a stay-at-home mom, but I am also a working mom. which is incredibly challenging, but it's so worth it.
Difficult decisions, gosh, there are so many. You know, maybe difficult decisions as it pertains to, you know, just what we're doing right here is how can we reach more people? How can we, you know, how can we improve what we do every day? You know, I'm not sure I could answer. If you would want to be here like next week, I could still talk to you about all the difficult decisions I've had in my life. But, you know, making this decision to even try and start this business, to even, do we really want to do this? Can we be successful? How do we, you know, move forward? So on. I mean, it's all difficult. Just the most rewarding thing is you know, seeing how we've, you know, made differences with people.
Well, and one thing that is also in regard to you, she also has got a very important position at a very high intensity job, and want to point that out just because that's so hard for you to balance. So a hard decision for you often is how do I fit in these classes I really want to teach these people I want to help into this rigorous schedule that is really demanding of your time. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just felt like that's really important. That you don't have to jump right in. You can take it at your own speed.
Yeah, you bet. And if you fail, or if you, the hardest thing is we're all gung ho at first, and you start out, and then after 3 or 4 days, you think, oh, you know, I've lost interest, or I just, you know, I'm too tired, or whatever. That's fine. Just start back up tomorrow. Start back up tomorrow. It's pretty easy to find reasons to not do something healthy for yourself. If you skip a day or you skip a week or whatever, that's fine. Don't be upset. Just, you know, pick yourself back up and start over again.
Very important.
What is the most rewarding thing? Seniors for me.
Yeah?
Seniors for me, they're wonderful. Yeah.
That is a fun class. Similar, but I guess on the opposite side of that is teaching children has been extremely rewarding.
She's very good at it. She really is very good at it.
And it's very fun because the children, you know, as I know you know, they aren't going to just sit down and do what you say for an hour. So.
And they're not going to bust into a Warrior One and think they're doing something cool either.
Right. I mean,
you've got to figure out ways.
They keep you on your game. Like, you have to think of a fun way to introduce these poses and these challenges, and so it's very rewarding. They keep me on my toes, literally and figuratively.
Seniors are rewarding for me because they are, because I know that I'm helping them. Well, I mean, and I'll jump in with this. We kind of had this conversation while you guys were setting up. You know, one of the things that you know, nobody should body shame anyone. We probably are harder on ourselves. It's the idea that it's not that you are accepting that you're in bad shape, that you're not flexible, or that you're overweight, or that, you know, whatever. It's not that you're accepting that as much as it is trying to do, you know, whatever it is to be healthy. So no one's saying you need to be 5 pounds lighter, but what you should be asking yourself, and what I ask myself all the time, is what can I do to be healthier? What can I do to improve my health? So if I try not to focus on those things, you know, gosh, you know, I'm overweight or whatever, but more focus on how can I improve my health, then all that other stuff will kind of line up.
Right. I am not a big fan of people stressing out about the number on the scale. My husband teases me that we're not allowed to have a scale in the house, which is not true. I tell him he can go purchase it. I just don't have one because I don't feel like the number on the scale matters. You know, maybe you know if you feel like you're overweight. You know if you're underweight. But that's not, I feel like, really the point of health and fitness. The point is to feel good. The point is to, you know, maybe gain strength, learn about what your body needs and how to get there.
Feel good, that's so important. That's,
right.
That's really good.
Yeah, I feel like it's more important, how you feel.
Feel good.
Somebody who's willing to work hard for you and for the class. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you, but I will, you know, go look it up. I'll go figure out, you know, how we can find that answer, whatever the question is.
Yeah, in this profession, I feel pretty much the same exact way. There's really nothing better than connecting with a practitioner or a group of practitioners. I mean, that is, and most people who know me and who practice with me or around me or in a class that I'm teaching know that I need to make a connection. And then when you make that connection and people trust you, then pretty soon they'll trust you when you say, gosh, I know that might feel good, but that's not really very good on your body, or here are adjustments that you should consider making or whatever. I love it when a practitioner comes out and says, you know, when you had me push my right hip forward or whatever, and oh, that just felt so much better, knowing that I just changed their practice, knowing that I just made them healthier in their practice, you know, that's very rewarding.
And also being somebody who's willing to say, I don't know.
Yeah,
it allows people to trust you a little better. If you feel like you always have to be the authority, people are going to start to feel like, well, you know, I don't know about that. I'm going to maybe seek out a different instructor. I'm going to seek out different information. So, yeah, and we both are comfortable saying, you know, I don't know the answer to that, but I know where to look it up, and let me get back to you.